when you go to a petrol pump, the first thing he asks you is zero dekho. So even if you are not paying attention, you are forced to look at the zero. This is the thing. So on the same methodology, we are trying to implement that methodology on certain shops which has a high littering value, high nuisance value. So typically a tea shop, a pan shop, a kirana shop, and a wine shop. So most important thing over here is whoever is interested in Swachh Bharat, they should remove their egos, they should get rid of their egos and come on the same platform. Okay, and I'm great that Ashwa is taking this initiative. I'm really happy about it. So here, I'll give you one example who are interested in sometimes cleanups and all. So there I have shown you small GVPs and big GVPs. So wherever there's a small dump, okay, and there'll be big dumps. Usually we get, oh, there's so much of garbage, and we start, attacking that. But that is a very wrong thing, because if you try to, target the big GVP, lot of small GVP start. So if somebody wants to do any social work or cleanups and all, they should target always the smaller GVPs. So now you can see on your screen that this is a classic example wherein you see this corner where this light blue mark is there. So people used to dump the garbage over here, wherein you can see there is a garbage transfer station just 15 meters away, that's all. But people were not dumping garbage over there because they were not sure whether they will allow them to dump there or not. So that is why we kind of push that you put a board over there. You can see on your right hand side that you say that it is a 24-hour garbage dumping point and it is free and it is 24 hours. Now what has happened, this garbage from here has reduced quite a bit, but still there is more to be done. So this is the example of garbage collection centers, wherein it can be a free garbage collection center, or it can be I pay you advanced version garbage collection center, wherein especially at where I said empowered people are there, where we put this, when we will pay money, you come and give it in a segregated form. So this is going to be a success sure sort. Abhi itna kuch hua nahi hai, but if we do here and some startups come over here, it will be great. It is a proven fact. One of the villages, they had attempted it 6 years back, and it was it's a huge success over there. Okay, and it is a proven fact that purchasing the garbage will be much cheaper than getting it cleaned. Many people say that we have a problem with dogs and cattle, etc. They will, if you put the garbage outside for some reason, then the dogs will, spoil it and all. So a simple low technology solution is that you simply put it at a height. So what on your right hand side, you see a picture of a dustbin which is hung to a tree outside my house. This is last 6 years it has been hanging like that, and I have never had any problem. So this is a very simple methodology. Everybody, whoever is having this issue, just hang it at a height wherein nobody will be spitting and the dogs will not reach over here. Another thing is, now on your left hand side, you can see a picture of a petrol pump. So if you notice, when you go to a petrol pump, the first thing he asks you is zero dekho. So even if you are not paying attention, you are forced to look at the zero. This is the thing. So on the same methodology, we are trying to implement that methodology on certain shops which has a high littering value, high nuisance value. So typically a tea shop, a pan shop, a kirana shop, and a wine shop. Okay, so wine shop, whenever you see that, it will be littered around. So simply we are trying to enforce this, that each of this shop person will be mandated to tell the customers to throw it in the dustbin. So that will also reduce certain things. This is one video if you would like to see. So this is inside the pan shop. So I'm demonstrating how the shopkeeper has to tell his customers. Now another thing over here, this is where the people will, the viewers may be interested to know. Now this is a typical commercial street wherein you can see a road. There is a dividing line like this, and there are two white lines. Typically it will be marked on the road, and the either side of the shops will be the shops. And you can see something in red color. Can you see the red color thing? So this red color, wherever I've marked, So typically you will see the litter over there, because they will clean up their shop and they will put it at the roadside or at the where the two shops are connected over there. This thing will be there so that it is easier for them to blame other people. Okay, so now what we are trying to enforce is, now there is no rule but still we are enforcing this, is that the 1 meter beyond this white line and 1 meter beyond your shutter line also you are responsible to keep the thing clean like this. On your left hand side you can see there are two boys. So these two boys are cleaning the litter in front of them. So they are belonging to two different shops and each one of them was saying it is theirs, he was saying it is his. So we made them to clean and we said, okay, then if it is his, you put it in front of his, but ultimately they had to do it. Okay, so this is one example wherein you people can also pitch in, because there is no rule such like that, but people can implement this. Now I would like, so from this is that the same spot which I was telling, which is just 15 meters away. So here what has happened, basically two boys in my CCTV, it captured that two boys came and they tried to dump the garbage across the fence. Okay, and then they moved away from here. So in my CCTV, these two boys were captured, which are seen on your left hand side. And so it was like a crime patrol, like a kind of a spying thing, and we had to really we had to go to the garbage dump. We saw from where it has come, we saw a marking of a courier company, so we called the courier customer care, and from there we found out from which shop it has come. We went there, we found out that the garbage they are giving every day, but that day they asked these boys to go and dump. Okay, and that shop was a Woodland shoe shop. Is a big shop. Okay, so these people had dumped. So we went there, we captured them, we brought them here, and we make them to clean the entire thing, not just their garbage but other garbage also. We made them to clean up. I think you can see on your left hand side, this car came, and from car one guy came out and he dumped the garbage at the same spot. Okay, so one driver comes out of this and he is dumping. You can see he is coming out and he is opening this dicky and dumping the garbage here. You can see clearly over here. Okay, he dumps. Can you see here? He dumps and then he's moving. Luckily, we found this car parked in our colony only. So this car had come to visit our colony. So this is like, I was surprised to catch him. He was sleeping in his car. So when we inquired him, so this person, he said that he is the driver and that his madam, the owner, she is giving the garbage every day and he has been dumping it from a very long time, that I have been capturing him every day in the CCTV. Okay, so you can see the name also. So this lady is asking him to take the garbage and dump somewhere. When I asked where you put your own garbage, he said to his house the garbage collector comes, and where he is dumping. So now he said that now he is not dumping at this spot because there is 1,000 rupees fine has been written over there. Now where is he dumping? So he is dumping at his home. His madam's garbage is dumping at his home somewhere. Some spot he is dumping over here. So this was a eye-opener for me. So when I asked your madam, does she have any financial problem? So she said, no, she's a professor. So then now when we try to analyze this problem, then the problem seems to be there must be some kind of deadlock between the sad garbage collector and him and these people. So some kind of a misbehavior must have happened, and otherwise why will that person? So I'm saying that such people, they are also forced to dump things like this. Okay, so far we talked about the garbage dumping. So we talked about the garbage dumping means everyday garbage people are coming and dumping somewhere. Now this is a casual littering. Okay, so this is very, very important thing over here, that one simple negligence. Now here you see everybody is doing this, whether it's a boy or a girl or a rich person or a poor person or educated or non-educated, anything. It's a very casual thing which is happening. But what is happening if you ask any person, okay, why you are throwing? If you ask anybody, why did you throw? They will have no reason for it. They are throwing just like that. They will say, oh, aise hi kar diya. I don't know, simply we did. Now everybody is doing, I also did like that. So there is absolutely no reason for it. But this simple casual thing, where it leads, let us see. So typical is the educated youth who's belong. Now here you can see over here, educated youth. This educated people I will show you. Now on your right hand side, I attended one run over here. This was some 10K run or some few years back. Now you can see how comfortably people sitting over here among this garbage, and there itself there was a huge dustbin, but none of them thought that they should go and put it in the dustbin. So this is the situation with the educated high-fi people who talk all big things like that. But this is what is the situation. On your left-hand side, there is this Mercedes thing. From here, there was a boy and girl came out and they dumped their pizza packets over here. So what are we actually doing over here? So we are abusing our human resources. All these things, what is being done over here is completely avoidable. These human resources are unable to participate in the development of the country because they are not even getting free from this bullshit what they're doing right now. I'm not saying this work is a bad work, but this work is not required at all because it is unproductive. Is there any value addition here? No. आपने कचरा फेंका, वो साफ कर रहे, फेंक रहे, साफ कर रहे, फेंक रहे, साफ कर रहे. Abuse of human resources. So you see this abuse of human resource, where it is leading to. See, it is leading up to this. So now the second thing is the abuse of resources, land resources and the nature. Now all over India, you will not find a single natural spot which is good looking. Wherever it is, you go, every place is littered like this. So here, this is abuse of heritage and culture. On your left hand side, this is the Telangana temple, outside the Telangana temple, and on your right hand side, this is the Sri Lankan temple, outside the Sri Lankan temple. See how much is the difference over here. What are we doing to ourselves? Now again, human resources we will utilize for this bullshit job. So now we are devaluing our own things. Earlier we destroyed our nature completely. Okay, now we have destroyed our heritage and culture. We have lost our tourism completely. Now you see and whenever you check in YouTube or the top 5 dirtiest countries in the world, the India will feature always in the top 5. Okay, now you see on your left hand side, this is a stupid house in Europe. I have myself spent 5 lakh rupees to go here and spend time over here. On your right hand side, what is the comparison of this and that? And here what we have done to this. So tourism has lost completely. Now you go to any, suppose you go to any other country and you see the gate there. So you will see always where the Indian flights coming and going, you will always see the Indian people. Okay, from there, from here when you go to abroad, obviously Indian people will be there. But when you go to the foreign country, there should be some foreigner also, no, who should be boarding the Indian plane. Nobody is coming here because this is our situation. Who will come here? So both ways, my money I'm giving to the other person, other country, okay, and other country's money is not coming over here. How much is the loss, monetary loss? Huge loss. This is the thing. So how come we are not prioritizing the prevention? We are talking big things like climate change. We are talking this. Okay, we will take that water bottle. We'll take steel water bottle and all those. Oh, we are taking a jute bag and all. How come we are not doing anything about it? It is the most urgent thing because it is to do with our own survival. So what we have to prioritize as individuals? Point number 1. First, you have to stop, even if by casually, even if the slightest thing, you have to stop then and there. So many people are attending here, but I'm sure at some point in their lifetime or even last 1 year, they must have done very casually or unknowingly, not knowing that how much it can lead to. Because one small thing you lead, if I am throwing a little small piece which is not so harmful, why the other person will not throw in the nala or in the drainage? So it just keeps on going. So we have to stop. The second portion. So you notice over here, this is the priority number 1, don't throw. So you will always notice like this, that wherever there is a garbage dump, so those dumps are those places where nobody has objected. In front of your house, nobody is going to throw. You will not see garbage dump. Garbage dumps will always be there where nobody has objected. So wherever there is no objection, you will find the garbage dump. So what is the solution? So you have to object. If you do not object, anybody doing it, now even the smallest thing, some small, from a car, when gutta packet is also somebody is throwing, or you have to immediately object, because this small thing is only going to lead to the other things. So who will do it? You means the whole society has to do. We have to start. This has to be a culture of objecting. We have to make us environment, the cultural environment in such a way where every person is aware that somebody will come and scold me. This we have to create. Otherwise, this cannot be done. You must inquire first your family members, your friends, the people who are working for you. You must your maid servant, your staff. Okay, you have to inquire, where are they throwing their garbage? Are they littering or not? Okay, why I'm telling you like this, I, in my own CCTV, I captured at least 4 or 5 people who are working in big restaurants and who are coming as a migrant for different places. They were dumping the garbage over there. So whenever you're going to a restaurant or you're going to a shop, the people who are working over there, you please inquire. So this must be your duty. If you do not do it, then you are lost forever. So again, we are talking, okay, we are using jute bags or we are all those things, but there is the priority. So you shouldn't be not doing something which is less important and forget about what is more important. So in your priority, this should be a priority that on your left hand side, whatever you see in the picture, they are somewhat okay. I'm not saying it's finally okay, but in comparison, it is somewhat okay if you're in a municipal limit because there is a system to collect it. Okay. But when you're going outdoors, as I showed you, when you're going to a picnic or outdoors, there's absolutely no system. There you must avoid this. There you have to go to opt for like steel plates or opt for eco-friendly things. That has a priority when you go outside than when you are inside the municipal limit. When you are going to the puja or temples or in your own puja room, this is your priority. That there you must not use plastics. Forget it. If you bring a carry bag, it's fine. But carry bag to buy certain things are fine. But buying a puja samagri in this packaging is not fine, because all of them is ending on your right hand. You can see it is ending up in water bodies because there is no system to collect it. Don't be hypocrites, as I told you. So on your left hand, you see you are accepting a shirt in a plastic this thing, packaging, but you are not accepting the carry bag. This is a hypocrisy. You are accepting a thumbs up in a plastic bottle, but you are not accepting a water bottle. So such are the things. Now you are this Lays and Kurkures, you have to prioritize here also what utility it is giving. So when we are taking some Andolan and all, instead of doing Andolan for some other thing, you put why we require Kurkure and Lays in the villages where there is no system to collect it. These people have to be thrown out first, which is completely useless and creating so much of nuisance. So I told you as an individual what we have to do and what we have to do to better the system. So I already told you what we are doing. You can participate in any one of these things. You can participate in the surveys, you can participate in awareness, vigilance, or any other way which you to participate in the system. So as already Vishwa is doing and some other people are doing, so what we are creating a bubble. So it is like this, the whole world, we are surrounded with such kind of people. It's difficult to change, but at least we can remain in our cage and we can better our systems and then connect cage to cage. So I'm creating bubble. So it may not be a zero waste, but it is a better managed systems. Now this eco bricks, there has been a lot of debate about it. It's a good or bad, or because you are putting a low value plastic in a high value, which is a recyclable bottles. So the rule for it is a bad thing for where the municipality is there, but it is a very good thing where the Gram Panchayat is there. So in the village, because even if you collect those things, they will never go to recycling because the recycling plants will be far away. That's not possible. So in a village system where I'm saying where the collection system and forward linkage is absent, there these eco bricks are great things because it is reducing the volume and it is looking manageable and looking neat. So we can skip these things. Okay, these are the ideas. These are only the ideas, very difficult to implement. But unless the compost has a farm linkage, this compost we don't see going further, much further. So farm linkage but we require a lot of finance over there. If some people want to come forward for there is some finance model wherein this compost can be linked to a farming system at the cheap rate, then it is a great thing. What you see over here is I'm showing a kabaddi match. This blue guy is a big problem of Ganda Bharat. I call him Ganda Bharat, and the green guys I'm calling it as a Swachh Bharat. Now just one person is there and so many people are trying to capture, and still it is so difficult. Now just imagine 2-3 people of this Swachh Bharat team, they just raise their hands, hum baad mein karenge, tum tumhara karo, hum hamara karenge. Never you will be able to solve this problem. So most important thing over here is whoever is interested in Swachh Bharat, they should remove their egos, they should get rid of their egos and come on the same platform. Okay, and I'm great that Vishwa is taking this initiative. I'm really happy about it. This is the fear on your left hand side. So you can see a pig. Okay, now this pig is enjoying its surrounding. Okay, so if you tell that, okay, now this is going on, why you are so dirty, you must be clean and all, he's not going to listen to you. Okay, because he's liking this. So the problem over here is if you don't do things fast, we get accustomed, we get used to our surroundings, and then we feel at home, which already happened with me when I went to abroad, wherein everything was clean, and wherever by chance I saw some garbage dump, I felt very happy. I loved it because I felt it is my own thing. Okay, so once this happens, okay, on your right hand side, these are the kids we are going to produce, because they will like that only, and there is no way we can return from there. So this is a thank you slide, and so either we play like a kabaddi game and help each other, and if you cannot, at least help in this way, as this lady is helping me when I was doing a cleanup thing. So thank you very much.